Hey everybody, it's Hawk here, and please forgive if the lighting seems a little weird. One of my light bulbs died and I don't have a replacement, so I had to steal one from upstairs, and it's not exactly the same light bulb. But anyway, today I'm going to go back to some stuff I did a long time ago and do a little follow-up review on my Iron Tiger Jian. Now, it was about 7 months ago I did my first impressions of this, and I was generally happy with it. Now, here I am, 7 months later, and having the entire summer to screw around with it. The feelings still hold. I'm generally happy with this. My original comment of it still feels kind of heavy. You know, it still does. It feels a little heavy. I feel there's too much weight in the blade. I don't know if that's because there's not a heavy enough pommel on this. Well, I don't know this. Pommel on it, or what, or if the guard up here is, in the front here is too heavy. It's pretty, I would say it's like super beefy, but it's fairly there. So when I hold it like this, I can really feel it, the tip. It seems tip heavy. Now, there's some caveats on this one. I have never held another Jian, so I have nothing to compare this to. So please, everything in this review is based solely off of the fact that this is really the only straight sword, proper straight sword, that I've actually had extended exposure to. I've held other ones, but, you know, I haven't really gotten to use them. So, this is it standing by itself. So that's a simple thing. Now, if I hold it like this, you know, in what I would call a reasonable ready stance, nothing crazy or anything, because, you know, this is an entirely valid one. This seems heavy. This may be my lack of training kicking in, so again, take that one there. But this does not feel terribly comfortable. This feels very comfortable. So, sitting like this, and then simple movements, swinging. I mean, once it's in motion, it's not quite so bad. Holding it sucks. Holding it out like that is terrible. This is fine. This is okay. Like I said, it feels heavy. The balance is generally fine, though. And let's give you a... Here we go. That's... From what I understand, couple inches, this might be a little too far forward, but point of balance is right there. It's about 3-ish right there. So a couple inches ahead of the guard. From what I understand, from what I've heard from other people online, what I've seen myself, that is supposed to be that way. It's supposed to not be right next to the guard. It's supposed to be a little in front of the guard. So again, maybe it's supposed to feel this way. I'm just giving you my commentary right now. It feels a little on the heavy side. Again, feels a little on the heavy side. Other than that, this thing stabs beautifully. Like, the thrusts with this thing, like, actually, this motion right here feels really nice. This motion here, this sort of side stab, feels very natural. It's a very natural motion. I very much like that. You'll have seen me when I'm stabbing, I'll stab milk jugs with it, I'll cut them. And there's another part, it cuts well, okay? I didn't sharpen this sucker. I still haven't sharpened this sucker. So the edge holds well enough. I mean, cutting newspaper rolls and milk jugs in the backyard, it holds up fine to that kind of beating. I haven't done anything crazy with it because I don't want to do anything crazy with it. I mean, it's definitely a cheaper sword. I think I got this for about $120 or $130 on sale, so I got it even cheaper than it actually was. So it's very nice. The rest of it is pretty nice. The only play on this thing at all is a very tiny bit on the pommel. And the only reason I'm including that is solely for completeness sake. Just so you know. Now, onto the sheath. Or scabbard, because it's made of wood. The scabbard is fine. It's does exactly what you want it to do. It feels, I won't say it feels flimsy, but it feels weak. Here, I hope you can hear that. That's the fittings. Okay, now, I don't want to alarm anyone here seeing you getting this sword. The fittings, actually, the end one here doesn't move. These, they rattle. They're not like firmly attached. This top one here is fine. So the end ones are attached quite firmly. These rattle a bit. But, here, watch. I hope you can see it. Here, watch. You can kind of see it move. It doesn't move a lot. It moves very little bit. So, honestly, I'm okay with that, because it's fine when you're just hanging it here on your waist, just kind of walking around. It doesn't bother it. It's not risk of falling off or anything like that. It holds the weight fine. It just clicks a little, and, you know, don't hit things with the scabbard. You should be fine. Other than that, you can see it holds in there fine. But any jostling, watch, look at that. It takes, like, no effort on my part to... A tiny up and down motion will knock this sucker free. Now, I will be honest here. That has been... it didn't start that way. It was actually a very tight fit when I got it. It's loosened slightly. But I'll be honest, it hasn't gotten any worse than that in the 7 months I've owned it. So, I'll let you know a little more in the future on that one. But overall, like I said, I spent $130, I think, on this thing. I think without sale it went for $160. And for that, I'm happy with this. And on top of that, you gotta remember, it came with that really nice carrying case I got. It came with gloves for handling it. It came with a stand. It came with oil to clean it. It came with a cleaning rag. The oil was in a really cool little ceramic container with a cork on it. It's a whole bunch of really nice stuff. You get a whole wonderful package with this sword. On top of it, it looks very pretty. Okay, whatever wants to do that. But no, you can see it's a very pretty sword. It's a very pretty sword. My other annoyance with this sword is that you can see all the images are on this side. There is nothing on this side. And the problem is, I'm right-handed, buddy. So all the fancy stuff on the scabbard is sitting next to my leg. Instead of, if I was left-handed, it would all be exposed. Minor annoyance there. Little bit. I'm slightly annoyed. I mean, I could just, like, wrap it or something and then hold it, you know, like that. But that's not how it's designed to be held. So, it's held backwards for me. Now, also, you'll notice I don't have the big poofy thing on here anymore. No, I pretty much took it off immediately and left it off because it's very pretty looking. So that's cool, too. Very pretty, but it gets in the way when I'm swinging, and I don't want to break it because it's very pretty looking. But yeah, so all in all, for $150, I'm happy with it. It's nice. Are there better swords out there? Undoubtedly. But, again, what you paid for it, this is great. For just going in your backyard, which is what I'm doing, and just cutting stuff. You know, it cuts well. It feels well when you cut with it, and you know when you screwed up. I think that's the nice part about it. So when I swing, and I know it's not cutting right, it's me, not it. It's good enough that you know it's your technique screwed up, so you gotta work on it. But yeah, I think I gave it a B+. If I gave it a letter grade at all, I would say the same. B+, maybe even an A-. I mean, you get a lot of nice stuff for this, especially for the price. If you can get it on sale, grab it. I'm happy with it. If you grabbed one, I'm curious to hear what you think about it. Especially if you own multiple Jians. I would love to hear more experience on this one. But I am happy with this. So, yeah, Iron Tiger Forge has a customer in me. I'm very happy with that. So, hope you found this review helpful. I hope if you were sitting on the fence about it, I can maybe lay your fears to rest. But that being said, remember to like, share, subscribe if you enjoyed this. Leave a comment below. And have a happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Peace out.